Hello there, and I almost said hello and welcome to another one, but it's not the one. This is the first one. Hello everyone, and welcome to Game On. I think I'm so excited at the fact that this has been, it has been a dream, and I feel like today is a dream come true, and none of it has been scripted or anything, but mostly importantly is we are here and we're going to discuss sport. So I'm not alone. I'm with a legend that has been in this game for the longest of time, and he stopped. Ladies and gentlemen, my co-host for the Game On podcast. Oh, my name is Tats, by the way. My name is Tatenda, by the way. And too excited, so much so that I can't even introduce myself and my co-host. Hero! Yeah. How's it, man?
It's good. I'm good.
It's
good to be back.
It's good to
putting out of retirement. I can't believe it's been since 2017, but
crazy.
Yeah, crazy.
Crazy.
When you put up that ad, I was like, no, man.
I have to do
I
this.
can't do this. I have to come back. Guys.
I have to.
The itch is too much.
Yeah,
I feel like, I missed the boom.
The boom, yeah.
Get on the train.
Actually, I went on YouTube. You know when you just scrolling through YouTube, then I see your face and I'm like, no, man, impossible. Then I see Bonang as well, and I'm like,
we were there, we were doing it, we were trying it.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it can manifest itself again.
Exactly.
But I'm happy to be here.
Awesome. Welcome to the team, man.
No,
That's
thank you.
More than anything, I'm so excited that, bringing someone that also is very knowledgeable about sport is always going to be that deciding factor whether something is going to succeed or not. 100%. And in as much as I know that it's going to succeed, having it with you, that was it. But yeah,
I think sport it's what we eat and breathe. So we complain about on our phones all through the season. Hey, what's going on
exactly
here? Hey, this
exactly.
and that. So this is just natural. It's really natural. Rolls off the tongue.
Yeah,
and we can maybe just involve other sports.
True.
There's a lot that's been happening around.
Yeah.
There's World Cup coming up soon. There's Rugby World Cup coming up
crazy.
soon.
Yeah.
I woke up early in the morning to go watch the box. Then they disappointed.
And it was a disappointing. What was happening with our defense? For the most part, I felt like, yes, obviously we play in New Zealand and it's a different ball game. But then from the game that we played Australia to what we did with New Zealand, there was such a shift.
I think New Zealand are a different kettle of fish.
Yeah.
Different kettle of fish. And they knew that everyone knows we play a power game.
Yeah.
And they just decided for the first 20 minutes to keep ball in hand repetitively and put pressure repetitively.
Yeah.
Because that first 20 minutes was basically where they
That
were.
Was the game, yes.
That was the game in the first 20 minutes. I think that try from Aaron Smith sort of that showed us that
it sealed everything. That we nowhere.
We were nowhere. I think we were caught napping a bit.
Yeah.
And they were maybe expecting them to wait us for so we can hit them hard. But you just never chanced.
Couldn't.
But our set pieces were poor as well.
Yeah.
Our lineouts were poor.
Could you say that? But then it's still the same playing 15 though. So okay, could it be? It was a mindset shift.
I think they didn't expect New Zealand to come at us that hard.
But we all know New Zealand is always gonna come hard.
Generally, but not that hard. That first 20 minutes was intense. It was intense because I was at Green and Gold. It was so packed. I was standing watching, and you could just hear the guys' frustration in the bar. We weren't at the races in the first 20 minutes. We slowly came back. I think technically we won the second half, but it's too late.
But still, it's late.
17
exactly. You can't.
17-0 is too much. It's way too much.
Yeah.
You can't come back against the All Blacks because the more you attack, the more they'll
yes.
And we play a waiting game. We put you under pressure.
Then wait. Then wait for the mistakes to come.
Chasing the game is not necessarily our thing.
It won't. Yeah. There is so we've got the rugby coming up. We've got the netball. Netball as well.
World Cup coming up. Yeah. Cricket World Cup coming up.
There's so many World Cups that are coming up, and we're gonna get mostly into the World Cup qualifiers and how it happened. And everyone knows that I'm from Zim, and Zim started off so nicely, but when they say you're winning every game, but the important game you lose, that was crappier. Mm-hmm. But Netherlands is actually going to pull an upset.
They're playing
really good cricket.
I think when they were here, just before that, there was that COVID outbreak.
Yeah.
They worried us. in Centurion.
Yeah, exactly. They looked the part. Yes. Yeah.
And I realized that this guy's cricket has come a long way. There's a lot of guys who obviously moved across there.
Obviously, yes.
And now playing a bit more, so the game has probably gotten a bit stronger.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're not playing on AstroTurf pitches anymore. so
at some point they were though. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just Astro.
It
was just Astro because I think we played the Pink Day was. Oh wait, no, that was later.
That was
later game, but still they look like
they look like a proper side.
So they're gelling. So a lot of those small sides are
Scotland
plays
Scotland as well. Amazing cricket, with Chris Greaves in
shout
there.
Out to Greaves.
Shout out to Greaves.
RCC member. Shout out to Greaves. He's ours.
He's our boy.
RCC honorary member.
Exactly. But then how does it make you feel? You're watching a game and Greaves is playing and you know that boy he was here and he's so humble. That's one thing about Chris.
Yeah.
That is so humble. But looking at these achievements on the international stage, surely Randburg had a part to play.
No, absolutely. I think his formative years at the club, because I think he's a couple of years before me.
Yeah.
Because I was the other age group. So like Randburg started off, so now, you coach the junior section. Now there's like a trillion kids.
Exactly. Crazy.
When I started, there was one under 9 team, there was one under 11 team, and there was half an under 13 team.
Just couldn't fill up a side.
Yeah. So when your match finished, you had to go fill up the other
team. Oh my word.
And
play. Wow. Yeah. Wow.
So it started off really small, but it was a great place to play. And played there till under 13s, then jumped into seniors.
Yeah.
And then...
But it just shows you how much hunger there is. If a kid is going to play an under 11 game, then jump into another 13 game, that's 2 games in a row, back to back.
I didn't care. I was like, okay, next. I was like, next. There's like, hey, are we going? I was like, no. There's another game.
I've got another game.
We're going to finish at 2. Let's go, Jen. It's like, no, but I've got to just say, hey, it's Saturday, it's my day.
It's my day, let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
So to see how it's grown now, I think as well as Randburg, we're blessed to have quite a few international cricket tournaments that we played with. So it's just... You pinch yourself. I think really you pinch yourself because in the summer he's here with us.
Yes.
And he's imparting knowledge.
And there's so much knowledge, exactly.
So much knowledge that he's got. The famous, slog sweep of the quickie.
The quickie,
I think Yaki's still having nightmares about that from the Quota T20. I've got it somewhere on Pitch Vision. I must send it to him.
We need to find it but come on.
There you go. He got swept off Valencia, mate. It's really great to see. And we only hope for the best for him. And he keeps playing for as long as
he can.
His time can. So.
And also the fact that the whole Scotland side, this is a South African boy predominantly, then moved overseas, then boom, he's gelling with the guys as if you grew up with them, you understand? I think that is an important role when someone gets into sport, because these kids, mostly the ones that we're coaching, they are going to enter into different sides, different cultures and all that. Yeah. And to see someone like Chris just blend in, that's just something else.
It is. Yeah. I think especially with a lot of our boys at Barca who are playing abroad in this winter.
Yeah.
Something what I would have loved to have done, but I don't have a dual passport.
Maybe not having a British passport is there's a downside.
But if you're listening, Britain, I just want one season of club cricket, then you can send me back.
Then go back.
I promise. It's too cold. I promise. It's great to see, but I think with these kids, you're gonna have to learn, especially when you're playing. I think cricket has life skills.
Yeah.
And you need to learn to adapt to the situation. You need to learn to adapt to other teammates.
Yeah.
And I think more than ever, the demographic of cricket is changing. The color of cricket is changing. So there are more cultures within. So I think these youngsters are now learning how to blend.
To gel,
Because I think it's even an issue with our football players when they were young, getting sent overseas. They didn't understand the language. They were terrible. Exactly. So immediately they wanted to come back home. But unfortunately, you have to make some sort of personal sacrifice if you want to be the best.
If you want to be the best.
You have to
unfortunately. Because especially with soccer guys, you go to a place like Russia. They don't speak English in Russia. No. So you're going to get there, the language barrier, the weather.
It's cold. Like this past week, guys,
it was
enough
cold
for me to quit.
It was cold.
This past week was so. Imagine
it made me realize the guys that are going to England, and you wake up and that weather in England, they'll be like, "Oh, it's a great day to play cricket."
Yeah, you remember we're seeing the pictures saying, "No, they're playing on the surface." I was like, "No way." On this, never.
Exactly.
Call me. I'm calling in sick. Going to the pub for beers.
Like, sorry, but I'm not doing that.
And they're like, "No, this is standard weather." So you need to adjust, and I think. As I said, imagine now going to Russia, and that's
That's
cold
proper.
express, they're like,
Yes, yeah.
it's nothing.
That's sub-zero temperatures.
Do you know we deal with minus every day?
If it's on 0, then they're like, today's a good day.
Shorts are out.
Yes,
shorts are out.
We're so used to minus 44. It's insane. It's insane. What's happening with? I saw the US. They've entered the side. They were part of the qualifiers, but their cricket is so bad. For the lack of a better word, is it because they're still new in the game and they're still trying to find their fit? What was your take with, just because even Zimbabwe, I think, won by like 300 runs or something like that. So
it's a difficult one because they are growing. I see they've launched the major cricket.
Yeah, the major league,
which will then boost whatever.
Yeah.
But I think it's just lack of playing against top quality opposition. Yeah. Because you can only get better if you're playing against better opposition. Obviously. So, and a lot of those guys are also immigrants. Who might like almost 90% who might not get into the teams that they in their home,
obviously they would never. So, So you've got guys from Oman, guys from Afghanistan.
You see, we missed the trick.
You could have got exactly. What are we doing here, but
packed our bags.
And exactly. We got married. I got married. I decided to get married.
No, you can't leave now. You have to explain.
And besides, whatever decision that I have to make, I have to think for the family first. You understand? Yeah. But so even going to,
could have been some dollars, guys.
That's the thing. Yeah, that's the thing. But yeah, it's worth the effort to just try and
absolutely. And I think the cricket will get strong. I think after this tournament, because
it will. Yeah. There is a few boys that can hit the ball far.
And I think the ICC is also trying to level the playing field.
Yeah.
So everybody has
the same
big T20 league in their country then to boost sales.
Yeah.
Because I see the SA20 did really well.
It did.
I actually, in my PR days,
remember
it was the global T20.
Yes. But that didn't fire though.
Yeah, we did the launch for it, but then obviously the TV.
It didn't fire. Yes,
We did the whole launch with the national at the Wanderers, and a couple of weeks later it was canned, which I was really sad about because I was psyched to
because exactly. It didn't work out. No, the SA20 was pure, but that's where you see that it's a money game. And you can see the same teams are in the major league as well. So you got your CSK, MI guy. It's the same names over.
That's what the Saudis are doing to sport now.
I went to the T10 launch in Santon. And they're talking big monies, bro. They're talking big monies there. It's good. But they're doing the Zim Afro T10. And you would think that T10, that's 90 balls. There's nothing there. Literally 10 times 6, that's 60 balls actually. 90 minutes.
So it's 40 of them. So.
But the thing is, guys are hitting it proper. You get teams that are getting 110, 150 in 10 overs.
No, it's definitely opened up another avenue for different types of cricketers.
Yeah.
Because we're from the... No, you've got to have
Test.
technique,
high elbow and
watch
all
the
that.
ball.
All that nonsense doesn't work.
Listen, my man.
I always say, even with my coaching now, that hardly do you hear me tell a kid, no, you need to keep the check drive. No. If the kid takes the ball from outside off stump to hit it over cow corner for 6.
That's his scoring shot.
It's a 6. And the scoreboard doesn't say, he hit it across.
And you're going to need that shot when it's crunch time.
When it's crunch time, yes.
When it's crunch time, you can't check drive the
exactly.
ball for 6.
And I've seen a lot of coaches as well that are encouraging kids, no, keep your shape. No. It's outside off stump, hit it through the covers. Like, no. If they can hit it anyway, go ahead.
If he can execute it and he's comfortable, then
go.
Let him do it.
Yes.
Let him do it.
Yes. If he gets hit by the ball, wow.
Yeah, people used to frown at Mahendra Singh Dhoni.
Yes. What is that? But he became one of the best T20 players.
Game changer. You know, when he's at the crease, the run chase is a game changer.
And you don't know where the ball is going to go. makes me think of Mojid.
Mojid, your cover drive is epic, my friend. It's epic. We must get it on TV. Actually, we can sell it. I remember cricket.
We can, exactly.
That's an epic cover drive.
Jersey. There was a time that Mo was playing and he swung through cover. And I'm looking.
Even the opposition were looking that way.
Exactly. Where's the ball?
It goes boom, boom, 2 pounds. I was like, that's Gino's.
There you go. Gino's.
It's effective.
Yeah.
Even the wagon wheel just says 4. Doesn't say off which side of the bed.
It doesn't. Yes, it doesn't. And the thing is, for as long as we want to take cricket like the basics of it, then we're going to lose it. Because the game is evolving, just like life is evolving. The same way that we're doing things last year should be different from how we're doing things this year. So I was speaking about the T10, and remember when the T20 was launched, people were skeptical about the whole thing. Like, no, it's gonna be too short, 2 hours, and the game is done. Yeah. Then what? And that's the same thing that I figured that okay, so it's 10 overs, it's 90 minutes. That's a soccer match, but people go to watch soccer for 90 minutes and they enjoy it. So why can't we enjoy?
But the thing, I think a lot of new people to cricket always complain about the same thing.
That's the thing.
This game takes forever.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a purist, so I don't care.
You get the shorter version, you complain. Yeah. Too long, too short. So what I think
for the new enthusiasts, T10, T20 is perfect.
Yeah.
For us, you know, obviously, I'd be watching the Ashes
all day, exactly. All day, every day.
I don't mind.
Speak of the Ashes, how bad is Johnny Bestover?
You know, I'm expecting to see that at an SU7 game in Indonesia.
Exactly.
That's SU7. That's not even, no, actually, I apologize because that's youngsters. SU5.
At the tech grounds,
right? Yeah, Ellen's tech grounds, wandering out of his crease and not looking, not bothering to look.
Do you think, though, because there's two arguments to that dismissal, though. Because one would say that was outside the spirit of cricket, right? And the other one would say the guy was not trying to get a run. So you can't really blame him because, yes, he put his foot down. You see, he put his foot down back into the crease, then he walked away. Even though umpires had not moved, but he was not trying to steal a run.
The umpire did not call.
Yeah.
Did not call over. He wandered outside of his crease.
Yeah.
He presented opportunity and caught the ball and threw it back. There wasn't even a delay. He caught it and he threw it back.
Just threw it back, yes.
So when you're batting up, when the keeper's up to the stumps and you try to get off outside leg and then you wander out your crease. And then
obviously, it's a stump, yeah.
So why are you leaving your crease?
But is it that this happened prior or was Johnny Besto? Because the thing is, at what point did Alex Carey decide that, okay, the next ball that I'm going to catch, I'm going to just throw it back in?
I think Johnny did it to Manus.
Yeah, but Manus picked it up. Yeah.
Manus picked it up.
Yeah.
But that's a discussion that we have because even when I'm at slip and the keeper
that jizz.
And someone's out of his crease trying to negate the swing, I'm going to tell my kids, have a look. Have a look. If he's sleeping, take him off.
Yeah.
It's only fair. And everybody has that discussion.
Yeah.
Ben Stokes would be lying if he did not pick that up at slip, talking to Bairstow. He'd be lying.
You picked it, obviously. Because you're chatting. You're chatting.
Even point or even square.
But everyone there is chatting.
That guy's wondering.
Yes, come on, watch him.
That's all it is. Stay in your crease, bud.
But then at the same time, why is it the English guys, they want to be treated like babies when things are not going their way?
Short-term memory.
Because the thing is, remember in the World Cup, was the 2015 World Cup when Ben Stokes 2019 the ball hit the bat as he was sliding and it went for 4 and that was the winning runs, and they took it because it's England.
But you will take it.
It's a game.
If you're throwing the ball at the stumps, you encompass the risk of overthrow.
Yes,
that's what it is.
Yes.
So,
and he is trying to make his ground.
Yeah. And the guy's trying to run him out. So it's a fair equation.
Yeah.
And so be it.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that it hits the bat and it runs away for 4. But you were in the process of trying to run him out. So for me, all batters stay in your crease.
Kids, stay in your crease. Simple.
Until the ball is dead.
Simple.
That's it.
Then you've got the English crowd that is screaming and booing. Surely there should be an ICC rule against that.
I don't think you can because the crowd's in control.
Unless they're not part of the game.
Even at rugby, it's
they
the same.
Will do it. Yeah.
They are your supporters. That's your home ground advantage.
Yeah.
Let them go about it. Yeah. Unfortunately, the Aussies have been caught cheating, so they can't say that it's them.
No, but then at the same time, you can't keep on blaming them or throwing them with the same mud. That was years ago. Let's get over it.
It's up to them to have the mental fortitude because this game is
and Ashes is just
it's competitive. Insane, this game is about the money.
Even
a club game,
it's about the money.
SU2 club game is competitive.
It is.
You know very well. I know very well what I'm talking to the best.
When the LB is not given, you guys that are throwing bets at each other.
Exactly. I'm always whispering in the batter's ear now. Okay, cool.
Come on, bud. What now?
What now? You gotta take it home.
Yes.
You gotta take it
what
home.
now?
Oh, you're still blocking.
Like,
Chief, come on.
Bad. Are we playing time cricket? Yeah. T20.
Exactly. So the Aussies just have to be strong. They have to be strong.
But I think Aussies, But I think Aussies are strong mentally though, for the longest of
They
time.
have been, but now I think the wheel is starting to turn. Maybe they're not as superior as they used to be because they had the side from the 90s,
because
2000s.
they did
unbelievable.
unbelievable.
There's Oaks who couldn't get a game, who would
Never.
walk into any international
Yeah.
team. So now, Mike Hussey starting his career at 34.
That's insane, but imagine it. Exactly that part. You start you get your debut at 34 and you still get 10,000. Right? That's insane. Were they bowling underarms or what? And the bowling lineups were proper as well from across. Your Shane Bonds were bowling 145, 150, but going.
And that's it. I think now the table is 10. We also had a great side.
Yeah.
A great side at 08, 2012. Now we've been.
And you ask yourself, why did we not ever win the World Cup? I think the era of AB was the last straw for us to win a World Cup.
I just think we were. Someone mentioned it. Actually, I think it's before the 2015 World Cup.
Yeah.
So the messaging in Australia was go for gold.
Okay.
Like win. We're here to win.
To win, yeah.
And we were all talking about Protea fire.
Yes.
Culture.
The culture, yes.
Winners don't. There's no such thing.
Go and hit the ball. Go bowl the ball.
And unfortunately, with cricket as well, I guess you don't play a lot of. So maybe in rugby and in soccer, you play for your club team and you guys are winners. So you bring that winning mentality in.
Yeah.
It's very hard because they're playing international cricket through most of their time.
Yeah.
Only now with the IPL. Guys who are playing franchise cricket, cool, but they're only playing 2 or 3 games a season. So they...
Yeah, because your franchise guys, they're hardly playing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the winning mentality is not really
not there.
in. And where do you garner it from? Where do you in order to be...
that winning feeling, like...
You have to be a winner to then push it through.
Yeah.
To then share it with because other people don't know, okay, cool, we are now at the crux, at the semi-final.
Yeah.
The choker's tag comes in. It's just because we're not used to handling that next
But then surely if that's the case, what should be done then with regards to international duty? Because now if you're gonna say fine, you play for Lions, you contracted, yes, you've got a national contract, but you contracted to Lions, but you only played 1 game for Lions, and yes, Lions won that final or whatever, but you were not there. So surely there should be a way to balance out the international schedules.
Better system somehow. I think with the rejuvenation of the CSA structured Division 2, it's gotten a bit better. We need money. I think the biggest thing is money.
We keep on talking about money, gents.
No,
money.
Cricket South Africa needs money because it's very tricky because you've got up and coming youngsters. I think someone spoke about it. How many South African-born youngsters are leaving this country to play
playing outside,
and then getting into
it's proper size.
The channel is too thin. It's too thin. There are only a certain amount of contracts available.
Yeah.
I think on Twitter I picked up. They had I think I'll share it with you later. The players who are currently contracted, who's moved, who's in, who's out. It's 15-man squads, a couple of high performance contracts here and there. But you can see that there's no money.
There's no money,
Even at our club level, there's
no money
in the sport.
Yeah.
And we need to then pick that up because I think we don't have enough opportunity because we still haven't even tapped into the townships, the rural areas. No. Yes, there's rural hubs. Yes, there's township teams.
We haven't given them a reason to come up because you can't take a kid that is from Soweto to go into the Lion setup or into the professional setup because they'll struggle. One, because they don't know the culture. 2, they've never seen the flamboyance and all that. Yeah. So it's really tough.
It is starting to change. It's getting better, but it has to be greater.
Yeah,
it has to be greater because there's a kid in Kwamashu who
can play cricket, yes.
But how do you get cricket to him?
That's the thing.
Already, kids is expensive.
Yeah, cricket is expensive. Cricket is expensive.
I'm sure your wife used to frown at you when you
but you don't tell her. But you don't tell her.
Look, honey, look what I found
on sale. Babes, it was on sale.
It was
2,000. I was 2,000 rand a sale. Come on, baby. It's just so cheap. Yeah, it's so cheap, love. It was so cheap.
Yeah, no, cricket's an expensive sport.
It's crazy.
Even only when I started working did I actually start in buying my own.
Yeah, your own stuff. Yeah.
So then my dad used to come.
Hey, guy, that's too much.
How much? For how long?
I actually sent a message to one of my clients. The kid is 7 years old, and he needs. We started off with just a bat, and now we're growing. So I want to get into rad ball. And I said, pairs are 700 Rand at Black Widow and 450 are the gloves. And I'm thinking the mom is going to say, yo, that's too expensive. But still, as you're sending the prices through, you're like, yes, this is the cheapest and good brand as well. But everyone is going to think, okay, so 1,000 Rand for two things. Yeah. So she sends the money into my account and my wife sees that. And I'm like, no, I'm buying that kid. It's like, kids stuff is $1,000. Like, really? No, cricket is just too expensive. How then can Africa get into the ropes of getting development out the way? Because we can't keep on complaining about money. Something has to be done somewhere to make sure that kid in Commercial or that kid in Dobsonville gets the opportunity. And the reason why I'm saying that is there is a complex that was opened, a sports complex in Bramfisher. And I still remember went and played there, and I actually played a season there for Dobsonville, and we had a good season. Very good facility. Very good facility with an indoor. But it's good. Yes, for the most part it is good. The indoor was proper as well. That covers everything. In the first year, things were stolen. The covers were stolen. The indoor is no longer an indoor. They've got a church running in there. So it comes back to, in as much as we can throw money into it, but if mindsets are not changed, black people, I don't think we have grasped the concept that we can still make money out of this or make a living out of this sport.
It's tough because if you told your parents back then that you want to be a professional cricketer,
they will be like, what's that?
School.
Yes, go to school.
Finish school, then we'll
talk. Then we'll talk. Go get a degree, then we'll talk.
But it's too late by then.
It's late.
Once
you are 30,
dude,
but
now you're playing for 5.
If you're 25 years old and you're not...
It's even late. You have to be in the school since 19,
since,
20, 21.
13, 15 at least,
Now kids are being picked up.
Easy.
Look at the young man, Mr. Swartz.
So, exactly.
He's what? He's 12?
He's 12.
12 now.
And already he's in the radar. You understand?
And so now you're going to come at 2022?
Never. You're lying.
No chance.
So it comes back to mentality. I don't think black people understand the intensity of this sport as yet. So no matter how much money can be chucked in, it will still come back to stolen covers and church services running in an indoor facility.
They even stole the covers at the Berg.
You see.
They stole them. 4 months in, they stole them.
You see, exactly.
That thing it's 60K. It's 60K.
That's a lot of money.
And they cut that thing on the square and they folded it and pulled it out. That's how they don't know what this is. And to us, it's our livelihood.
Yes.
So
that means someone was driving past Randburg Cricket Club and thinking,
I can use this.
We can use that, yes.
Next time it's quiet, I'm going to pop by. Load shedding.
I'll take that. That means they
heavy,
don't...
bro.
It's heavy. Exactly.
It's heavy.
That means black people don't understand what cricket is about. Or they only know soccer because you just need soccer boots or use your feet.
But I think as well, I think maybe to even cure this, that unfortunately our schools never had this. So schools in the township don't have cricket fields. They don't have cricket pitches. They don't know how to take care of it. But even then, they weren't there because it was an elite school.
Yeah,
it was an elite sport. So to then rewind the situation back is a tough one. But I think that's where we need to start.
Yeah.
Because if this is a national sport and it's one of your money spinners as a government, why aren't you
putting more
into your people?
It's tough,
but even football, because even Safa, there's no money. Look at that Banyana Safa.
Yeah, they're struggling. If they don't have sponsors, then they're screwed.
But now they're playing them at Tsakani Stadium. We are African champions.
Why are you playing them at Tsakani Stadium? Where is Tsakani Stadium?
I drive past it every day because I work that side now. And I'm just like, no offense to Tsakani Stadium, but that is not where African champions need to be playing.
And they won the AFCON.
They're going to the World Cup.
Surely.
And you're playing them at Tsakani Stadium. You disrespect. It's like taking the Proteas and playing them at Lenstek. Actually, playing them at Lenstek. With all the other games happening.
You're like, let's take A.
Is that Dale State? Yeah, it is. Actually, no, I need my ball. Is that Graham Smith? Yeah, it is. Anyway.
It's Graham Smith there.
They're playing on Astro. Astro 4, the one that's got the light
exactly, with the light ball in the middle.
That could be it. So you're disrespecting. You're disrespecting Banyana.
Yeah.
And the fact that they are fighting about money means that there's an issue. They would not just strike if.
But is money there though?
It isn't, and it is. But we need to make provision. I think it's the same with women's cricket actually.
Yeah.
We need to make provision. it needs to be structured.
So it has to be structured better.
Yeah. The unfortunate thing is trying to make the playing field even. Being part of the committee and going to CGL meetings, going to the workshops.
Yeah.
Actually then sitting down with women and chatting about women's cricket. Women play all their sports at the same time.
That's the thing.
So it's hockey, it's rugby, it's tennis.
That's why it's so difficult to get a full side for Randburg as well, because they are playing their CGL, they are playing hockey. And everything is done at the same time. And you think, is that some sort of a sabotage? Because they're going to end up, okay, if my hockey is better than my cricket, even though my cricket is okay, obviously I'm going to go where?
If you're playing provincial hockey or national hockey, you're going to leave.
But then do you realize, or is it just me, but hockey has changed the whole setup. Both males and females, they are the way they're going about it has got more structure and there's more money in hockey than there is in cricket. Yeah. Yet it's still run by the sports ministry. What's the difference there?
I don't know who's choosing what and who's choosing who.
Crazy.
These are the questions. These are the answers that we need.
Yeah.
That we need actually.
Yeah.
Apart from all the political stuff, but as a sporting people, we need people to be accountable.
And there's no accountability.
Look at SAFA. There's no accountability.
There isn't. Yeah. There isn't.
No SAFA School of Excellence is dead. It doesn't work anymore.
What happened to using your FNB stadium? Are those private stadiums?
I think FNB. I know FNB has the naming rights to the stadium.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming that it's government because they're all municipal.
Yeah.
FNB, Orlando Stadium.
Any ground is municipal at some point. So surely one of those should be used by the girls then.
Absolutely. They could have played at Orlando Stadium. They could have played you are African champions. So at least be playing at a World Cup ready stadium in 2010. Because
the thing is, all these stadiums, they were revamped by the government for the World Cup. So surely everyone must have a right to use them.
It's a no-brainer.
It's a no-brainer.
You can't be taking them to Rand Stadium, Katleong Stadium, Vosloorus Stadium.
Why?
And this is an exhibition, not against another
national side. You can't.
It's disrespectful.
Yeah,
it is disrespectful.
Is it the death of sport in this country?
I don't think it ever will be, because of the passion that's behind sport. And I think going back to the darker times of apartheid, this was our release. Sport is our release.
Sport is a release everywhere.
It is.
Rugby is going well. Hockey is going well. Soccer, cricket to a certain degree, because
to an extent, we're in a rebuild phase. A very big rebuild phase.
Yeah.
We'll get there. Soccer as well. We've been rebuilding for years.
Forever, but it's not happening.
The problem is it all goes down to grassroots.
Because the thing is, now we come back to the Bafana. I don't know the last time that they say they played and they won. But surprisingly,
they beat Morocco. Well, we weren't paying attention.
Without us knowing.
2-1. I heard the next day. I was like,
oh wow,
we were playing.
We were playing. So what happened to the PR then? That means the PR is dead.
It is
and also, if you've got players that are making the national team that are playing overseas, surely that should be a powerful side. Why is sport in Africa that bad, especially Southern Africa? Zimbabwe, I don't know if you know the last time that they played soccer, and I'm still to make more research on what's happening sport-wise. But the cricket, you can see that there is a bit of...
I think it's greed. There's not people in power. It's about greed. It's like, look at the class of 96.
Yeah.
Who are them servicing SAFA?
None. Because they're all going private.
But even then, they're not giving opportunities. They are nowhere to be found. Why is Dr. Komalo not involved?
Why is he not involved?
Why is Max Poponya not involved in SAFA?
All these big Williams,
I think the only president was Neil Toby, was the technical director.
Only,
Like, why?
Why aren't you using them?
The late Clive Parker, why
aren't you using them?
Because they understand what needs to be done. They understand what we need to do.
Well, that system was working then. So surely.
Guys, it's so simple. Stuff like PSL teams taking CAF competitions seriously.
They don't, though.
No,
but there's enough money there. So surely, if money is a motivation factor, there is money.
There is money, because if you play in Africa, you're gonna get
some
TV rights. Yes. But I know I've heard that the traveling, the boarding, everything's expensive, but we have to bite the bullet.
Who pays for it?
I think the clubs shell out. I think SAFA has a bit, and then the clubs also have to win. It's part of their running cost.
Then you're gonna get a profit, obviously, because of the TV rights.
But maybe at the time there is.
So you need to fork it out first.
Fork it out first, and then come back later. Because a simple example, right? Andres Iniesta, when he's prime, at the age of 18, 19, playing for Barcelona reserves, and he has probably played at every stadium across Europe. So he knows exactly when he gets to Old Trafford, he knows that Old Trafford has a little bit of like this.
So
the pitch is a bit softer, so I can't run much. I got to watch my touch. You can't have guys at 28, 27 playing for the first time in Morocco, the first time in Egypt.
And you expect them to do well.
It's impossible. They've never played at the military stadium in Cairo where it is noisy upon noisy.
Just
there's fireworks,
in,
there's singing, there's guys shining those green lights in your eyes. It's intimidating. And you're playing there for the first time in 27 in your national team. And you expect him to play well.
Never.
You're never going to play well.
Never. The nerves.
You know when you go to Laws, there's a slope at Laws.
Yeah, exactly. So you know, okay, if I'm coming to ball from this end, this is what I'm...
Exactly. Since you're in your 20s. Or you at least toured there.
You at least with school. And I can see schools now are going on tour and all that.
So you've played
at least
in
it gives
places.
them.
So all these top players and all these other countries know exactly what each stadium looks like in their formative years. So they know how to play. Now, guys are going to DRC for the first time on a bumpy pitch at 25. Playing for the country. No, you're playing for his club, playing for his country.
Yes.
It's going to be a struggle.
That is crazy.
It's going to be a struggle.
That is crazy.
It's going to be a struggle. Imagine, I don't know what the equivalent for us is. What is the equivalent? Yeah, let's take turf 4 against Mike Chinoz.
Exactly.
How are you going to cope?
Bring it,
And then the one is doing this
and the other one is
you're not going to cope. You can't cope, guys.
So does that mean that we're not taking care of the grassroots and we're expecting them to make miracles when they're older?
Not at all. I've heard the running costs. I think back in the day, I think maybe 8 years ago, someone told me that it costs 500,000 a month to run in a Vodacom side. That's the fourth tier of football. That's just running costs, not just running costs. Getting buses going, paying your staff, not even paying your players, just paying your staff, running that club, making sure your pitch is 500k lights.
That was 8 years ago. So right now it's probably 3-4 mil.
Yeah. So
or just under.
We need to make sure that stuff is going.
And it's only Sundowns that can afford that at this point.
They've got a sugar daddy. Daddy. You know, which I'm also grateful for because he's improved the standard.
Yes.
The fact that Sundowns is cleaning shop is not just about the money, but it's the way that Sundowns run their club.
Money makes the world go around.
Absolutely.
Where there is money, definitely. Because the way Sundowns is playing, no other team is coming closer to them.
And they're buying all the
all
the top
players. Every good player comes.
Yes, because obviously the money is good. The treatment is good. Okay, yes, I'm not going to play every week, but hey.
But I'm getting a good salary.
Versus someone, I might play every week, but I might not get paid.
But I'm still,
because those people are also looking out for their families also. It's just like a 9 to 5.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah. Why would you... If Discovery is calling your name, you're going to then work for...
Nah, you won't.
Ted's mate.
Exactly.
Who promises you something.
Don't worry. In 3 or 4 seasons, we'll give you 10,000.
Yeah, we'll give you 10,000 and you don't have medical aid, but you work for a medical company.
And the sporting career is way too short. That's why I think we encourage a lot of these kids to go to school. Yeah. Get that certificate or that qualification.
It's actually long, but it's short.
It's very,
Because someone said... if you want to be a quality batter, by the time you've hit 18, you should have hit at least a minimum of 10,000 quality balls.
Not just balls.
10,000 quality balls.
Yes.
So it's about getting there, and then once you get there, you have to then stay there. But your time there is short. It's 10 years.
Time. Yes.
But you've been working for 8 or 9 years to get there.
That's the thing.
So
it's a sad reality. At the same time, you ask yourself, yes, in Africa, we're not doing much. I get that. But then at the same time, if we're going to have a talent that is living, look at Devon Conway. For a guy that could not make a Lions setup, this week he's going to bet 3, he scores a 50. Next week, Temba Bavuma is back, or Rassi van der Dussen is back and is chucked out. To then go to New Zealand and to be the player that he is right now. Chivas, Devon Conway has been raking runs for the past seasons, but 3 seasons in a row.
Yes. It's tough, though, because sometimes at the time, they're not showing their talent, though. Think about KP.
But
KP still, at the time wasn't blowing the socks off because nobody knew KP.
No one knew who he was. Yeah.
But then he developed a bit later and he went on. So it's tough because, especially with cricket, it's literally, under 13 to under 19 is your time.
But the thing is now, surely selectors, coaches and whatnot, you identify such talent. And there is certain kids that you see and you're like, no, this kid needs to be taken care of. Look at the kid we spoke about in SWAT.
Yeah.
if SWAT is not taken care of for the next 3-4 years and he goes overseas, he's going to make a side.
100%.
And we're going to lose him.
100%.
But that's when, again, the quota system
But also
comes.
goes the other... the quota system is... It's something I'm still very passionate about. I think people look at it the wrong way. I think people have always thought about it that the quota system is here to take other people's spots. And that's not it for me. Coming from someone who's been playing cricket since I was 7.
Yeah.
I've been the only black guy in
a white
thousands
side.
of teams. Thousands of teams.
Yeah.
And I've been put in a box. Before I could even speak, I've been put in a box. This one is a bowler.
Yeah, bowler.
He's just a bowler. So he's going to bowl. He's
Bowl.
going to bat 11, he's going to bowl.
Ball. Yes.
Time cricket, you're bowling 20-something
Yes.
overs. Coming home tired, so but you
tired.
can bet. But you're batting 11. When you're batting 11, they're asking you to save the game.
How?
How?
So how do we change? Because the thing is, you know what? I don't mind who makes the side.
Yeah.
But let it not be because of the color of your skin.
It shouldn't be because
black, blue, pink, whatever.
It shouldn't be, but I also perceive that the guys who are of less advantage need more chances and greater.
But the thing is, how do we give them a chance when we are not giving them opportunity back here? Because now you can't take a kid that is from Soweto to compete against a kid from Saints. The kid from Saints knows a physio, he knows a bio, knows a gym.
100%.
That kid just knows, okay, I'm going to go in and bowl and bat.
And they can probably keep up with that kid from Saints for a little while.
Yeah.
For a decent time. But obviously, injuries, look at him for Nekongam.
You see, where did he end up?
Because of injuries.
Proper talent.
Guys.
Quick.
Guys.
Mondes Ondeki. Proper talent. But where did it end up?
Injuries. I think Mac is the only person. Because Mac is... he's a beast. He's a specimen. Exactly. Different specimen.
Yeah.
But... The success rate is low, and we need to somehow bridge that gap. And people are fighting at quotas, but the issue is, think about it this way. For the first time in my life, I'm in my mid-30s now, I watched a test match in Australia where there were 2 black batsmen at the crease together. For the first time in my life.
First time ever.
I've been playing cricket since I was 7.
Ever. 2 blacks at the same time.
It's been 28 years of cricket through whatever form structure.
Yeah.
To have 2 black players in your national side batting. So you're telling me that all the batsmen that have come to the system, we couldn't find? Or we didn't bother to?
No, it comes back again to not everyone is going to go to Saints. Not everyone is going to go to Cares. I get that, right? And if you're going to get the quota system going, then you make sure you've done enough work in the grassroots to bring them.
I guess so. I guess it definitely was a top-down thing, but I also think it was necessary because
I don't dispute it.
Yeah, if we went grassroots, then how long would it have taken then?
It's something that was supposed to have been done since 1994.
Absolutely.
Because yes, we're going to change this narrative. We need to start. Right now, we're going to go to a school in Soweto, we're going to go to school in Alex and build nets. Yeah. They're going to destroy those nets in 3 years. We're going to build them again.
That's the problem.
20 years later, we now say, no. It's they always say that it takes 21 days to build a habit. So yes, we're going to build them nets today. They're going to break them down in the next 4 years. Granted, we build them again. That's 8 years. We build them again. All of a sudden, oh wow, there's a kid that is born and there's a cricket net. They are starting to get into
it's
the
difficult
packs of
because
cricket.
even the socio-economic issues.
Yeah.
Obviously the township there's higher unemployment.
Yes.
There's higher drug. Maybe not higher drug. Okay, maybe from the stats that we get, we don't know. Maybe the
We
suburbs.
don't know.
Maybe they're ahead of people in the
Maybe it's
suburbs.
not even like
we don't know.
that,
We don't know. But
from
what I gather, and obviously, then people will then start to then damage what's around them.
Yeah.
And that unfortunately is the end product. But I said we need to then somehow find a way to then train our instincts, our people to then not, because even if you listen to the stories of old, I watched a show called The Agenda Network on Facebook, and they have some really riveting stories about guys who were in prison, pre and before apartheid, after apartheid, during that time. Yeah. So even in the 90s, they said that no, you didn't steal, you never robbed in your township. You had to go
to another to
the suburbs.
Far.
Yeah, because now
to them
they were also then fighting they were fighting the revolution.
Obviously.
We're
Yes.
taking the
So you're
economy
not gonna steal
I'm
in
not gonna steal
Alex.
from my own.
Yeah.
And that's now changed because also there are now more affluent people staying in the township. So whatever you're looking for in the suburbs is right around the corner.
Yes. Yeah.
So it changes a lot, and I don't know how we change that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But we need to, because
I don't mind, honestly. Quota system is not a bad thing, because have you noticed that there are certain black players that have been given these luxurious contracts, and what do? They go drink alcohol. Soccer players as well. Yeah. It's alcohol, girls,
it's ladies, it's drug use,
fast cars, drug use, you name it. So you get a guy that is supposed to be at training tomorrow at 8. They're still partying at 4 a.m.
But that's synonymous with all sports, though.
But then you never see that with the other I
don't think it's documented. You only hear about it after.
That's the problem. Yes.
Because
so is it because we are being fed that narrative that black people cannot sustain themselves with regards to making sure that you eat healthy, you live healthy. Yeah. If you're a sports person, your body is paying you, so you need to take care of it. Yet they're always drinking.
I read an article a while ago on I remember former Bafana defender, chief defender, Cyril Nzam. Cyril Nzam, he says, I'm still driving the car that I had at Kaizer Chiefs. I think he had a Toyota Corolla.
Yeah.
I was financially prudent. I looked after myself. Cool. Gents were buying
GTIs and whatnot. Yeah.
No one tells that story.
But no one tells that story.
Everyone will tell you the story about how Jabubula rose and fell.
That's the thing.
How Junior Kanye rose and fell.
So is it a media thing?
Definitely. Because the bad story sells. Cyril Nzam's story is boring.
Yeah,
it's boring.
Exactly.
He's still driving a Toyota Corolla
like,
from 1980s. It's boring.
Exactly.
But you need to show that. So, hence, I go back to the Protea thing. For the first time, I've seen two black guys at the crease, which means it's possible. We aren't just bowlers.
Obviously,
and fielders
it is possible. It is definitely possible. But then at the same time, what is it that because right now, once Temba is gone, once KG is gone, are we going to struggle again to get someone else? Because KG and Temba are not in the side. KG is not in the side because of color. He's proved himself over and over again. Temba has scored the runs over and over again. So you can't say those guys are in because of Quota.
Absolutely not.
Impossible. Even if there was no Quota.
But as soon as a player starts struggling, the first...
Yeah, obviously.
As soon as they start, even Temba
at some stage, yes. Yeah.
But no one goes back and looks at his runs, looks at how he's
No one goes back.
No one looks at his domestic stats.
Yeah.
No one looks at the time when this team was falling apart left
and center. Who was averaging 50? Exactly. Game in, game out.
Yes, being rolled for 120, but scored half the runs. Scored half the runs, guys.
You can't carry the whole team on his own.
Eventually, it's going to fall apart. Yeah. So that is what concerns me. So like now, there's a young boy at Saints, Richard Seletswan.
Okay, I don't know.
That boy is scoring runs by the busload.
Is that okay?
As
metric
as Ondelo say
yeah.
And I want to know, but he's not playing club cricket.
Why?
I don't know.
Because now, if we're not gonna boost club cricket, then what are we doing?
That is the problem. That's why under 19s fail, because they go from here, push straight up under 19 and play. Yeah. I'm telling you, all their counterparts are playing club cricket. Club cricket at Prem level in this province is the toughest cricket you can play.
Yes.
At that, it's the toughest. You need to know it's the toughest.
You can't go to under 19 cricket and you haven't played.
Because you're playing against your age mates. Your age mates are the same mental capacity. They're going to bowl a bouncer, you hit them for 6. They're going to come back and try and bowl even quicker one, you hit them for another 6. So, yeah. If you're playing against different types of players who've been playing in the circuit forever, there's some first-class players with knowledge. There's some guys who've been in provincial setups. They're all there. Yeah. You've got someone who's maybe 35 years old but bowling great channels. That's at 110 kilometers
They may not be quick, but
he has masterful control of his skills. A 19-year-old doesn't have the same control, so obviously he's going to give you a bad ball every now and then.
At some point they will. Yeah. I saw the same thing with Quena Mapaka. And when he rose up, everyone was like, "Oh, this kid is amazing. But he's going to bowl you 2 length balls and he's going to give you a half volley." That comes with experience. Let the kids play.
And ask all the players who played club cricket against Quena Mapaka. Let them tell you. They'll tell you the real story.
They'll tell you the real story. Yeah.
What we're seeing, it's great. He's absolutely
He's okay, yes.
But he needs to play more club cricket.
He has to.
He has to play more club cricket.
Yeah.
Guys who are playing academy, strikers, tight end, they have to play more club cricket.
They have to.
Because you're applying back into the system so that the younger guys coming through can see, okay, this guy is still here.
And that's giving back as well.
Absolutely.
Give back to club cricket.
That's why we salute someone like Greaves. Because as soon as Greaves has time,
and he comes, he's here. Yeah, he's here, and he's at practice.
I remember when he'd be texting coach while he's
What's
overseas. What nonsense is this? What's going on?
What are you doing?
I want to talk to these old. Put them on a voice call. I want to.
What are you doing?
What's happening here, coach?
Yeah.
I'm tearing my hair out here on pitch vision.
Jeez,
we need that.
That's what we need. Yeah.
But if these youngsters don't play club cricket, then
what's your take on? Look at someone like Sohail, that kid Sohail Sanat or something, raking runs. I think he got 600s in the.
I think
in a season, or it was the last year.
14 centuries. No, 21
centuries. Yeah, that's insane. Because no matter how bad you are, to score 100 is hard work. No matter how bad the bowling may be.
Listen.
Scoring a ton.
He scored more centuries than I'll ever score in my life. Even if I start scoring centuries from this season.
Exactly.
Till I retire. He will still beat me.
Yes. So, to have a kid like that, I believe he's playing for Marks Park. And he's playing Prem.
Heartbroken, but yeah. Anyway.
Why did Randburg leave such a kid from playing Premier League cricket? Is there... I've seen a lot of guys that, yes, you look at a youngster and you're like, this youngster has got proper potential. Then you look at a senior. If you've got a youngster that is averaging 20 and a senior that's averaging 20, I would rather pick the youngster. Yet we don't do that in club cricket. And we end up losing them.
Yeah, I think we need to change that a bit. We do. Cricket's a personal game. Batters, man. Batters are making excuses. Why are you dropping me?
Where was I dropped at 3? Yeah, I got 100.
I'm averaging 13. The guy you picked is averaging 11. Mate, it's the
same thing.
It's the same thing.
It's
the same thing. You are both in the lows. It's a Russian roulette.
Yes. You're all the same.
Yes. Until you start averaging 40,
then exactly. That's a different story.
It's really difficult. Like the Sohail thing, I missed out a lot of it. We tried to bring him towards us.
Yeah.
But I think there were other things at play. I know I tried really hard as well.
Yeah.
Also, our club doesn't have all the whistles and bells to bring everybody in.
Yeah.
We are a community club. We don't have an old boy system. We are literally what
I think not having an old boy system is tough.
It is tough. We're not a financial powerhouse in terms of we can't offer scholarships. We can't do stuff like that. Yeah. So we have to rely on who comes to join us.
Who wants to come?
Yeah, who wants to come and join us? And then because we're a family oriented club.
Yeah, definitely. It's a family.
We're a family, and then we just hope to keep you there and keep you going. Because I know that most youngsters will have from high school up until matric, then they may go to varsity. They may go to
and once they go to UJ, they're going to play for UJ. Go to Vets, they're going to play for Vets.
If they go to University of Fort Hare, they're going to play.
Yeah,
so there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
Just hope that when they're done, that they come back.
They'll still love.
But some people after that,
they don't.
Careers, life, women, alcohol,
obviously.
rock and roll.
Yeah.
Things change. So that's the difficult part. But we always keep trying. I think we need to find a way then to position ourselves a bit better.
Yeah.
And maybe have a different offering at the club.
Yeah.
But I think also we do need some type of sponsorship.
As the club captain at Randburg, I was speaking to Dubs, and you said you went to school with Dubs, went to the same school, and she actually remembered you and was like, "Geez, you love cricket. That guy still with cricket
since day one."
Since day one. And we're saying you are part of the furniture. You're part of the family. What is it that you would say if you are appealing to somebody? Because surely, knowing someone like Dubs and knowing you, that's sort of like a relationship going because they know your history. That means you're not just club captain because you want status. Yeah. You want to serve. And leadership is about serving. It's not about showing that I'm good or whatever.
Anything, absolutely.
How then can you appeal to somebody as, like you say, you want some sort of sponsorship? How can you appeal to somebody that's listening to this and you're going, Randburg Cricket Club needs help? Because the fact that we don't have covers, that's alarming.
And we're Premier League.
We're Premier League A.
Premier League A. So we're the highest form of amateur cricket.
Amateur cricket that you can have. Yeah, exactly.
And we have a women's Prem side as well. Highest form of amateur cricket females.
And the amount of girls that are playing professional in the Lions setup is just alarming. Your Diarras and them. It's quality players are coming out of Randburg, yet we are struggling to secure a sponsor. Have you guys as the club or as the community taken strides to try and get these sponsors?
We've approached some big corporates. we've had some meetings with some possible benefactors, but it always breaks down to, we love your proposal, because my committee member and friend Bonang has drawn up the one that I sent you. Fantastic proposal.
Fantastic, yes. Yeah.
But no one seems to bite. When you approach somebody, no, we like what we saw. We had a couple of meetings, but unfortunately, at this point in time, we just don't have the budget or the capacity.
But every company has a budget for this, isn't it?
So I don't know who pulls the strings. That's why I honestly feel that it has to come from our club members from within.
Yeah.
There are businessmen, there are businesswomen that
they have to be willing,
who will be willing to then take a leap of faith of us.
Yeah. Could it be that people are losing the love for the club?
I think so.
Could
too.
you say that?
It's changing a bit. It is changing. I think so too. Guys are moving into their own things. Yeah. Because I'm on the other side now. I'm coming back to you again.
Yes, yeah.
So, but in your 20s and there's other things happening. Like, cricket isn't the be all and end all.
Yeah.
It's just a big part of my life.
Yeah.
The love will wilt at some stage. I don't blame anybody for that.
Yeah.
But I think at the time you just need to be cognizant and be involved. Be involved. Be about your club. Ask, how can I help? Because a lot of things it has, free, we serve free of charge.
True.
You're
not drawing a salary from this because there is nothing.
Driving to Val,
there's nothing.
Twice.
That's far.
And when you're playing lower leagues, it lands, it's Val.
Yeah.
Lands, you go to
so
Lens
Saturday,
4 times.
Saturday you drove. Sunday you still gonna drive.
Sometimes you play weekend. You can play even 2 weekends going to Lens.
That's insane.
Because the lower you go, there are more teams in lower leagues playing far away. So if you're in Prem A, you don't travel that far because
everything is sort of like here.
Eds, JP, everything.
Everyone is within.
Cry if you go to NW and VUT now and then.
Only now and then. Yes.
And maybe occasionally Lens, but even Lens is not that far.
But still it's not far. Yes.
But it's when you go repeated, no one pays for your petrol. That's we lift.
Stuff.
Can you sort out lift?
Can you sort of lift this?
Chip in. Mate, I'll buy you a beer. Let's go.
Yes, let's go. Yeah.
We go. You come back. It hurts the pocket, and maybe when you get home, the wife is frowning. Say,
exactly.
You just took our grocery budget right now, and you drove to Lens 4 times.
Or you poured 500 rand and you want to pour again.
Yes. How? Explain yourself.
Yeah. Where did you go?
Yeah. No,
I went to a game.
I went to the game,
and the car was parked from morning.
And the guy, the guy was, whatever. There was no thingy back, so we took the parking instead. Sorry, love. So all those things, they're all sacrifices. It's your time,
And cricket takes up the time.
It does.
Before you know it, it's Sunday, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and you're thinking, you're coming from Val, you're going to get home at 7.
No, you're going to stop at the club first.
Oh, yeah, obviously, fines.
Stop at the club first, fines.
Yeah.
Have a couple of chats.
Get home 9:30, 10. Monday, you're going to work.
Yeah. Anybody,
and no wife
anybody who wants to be involved with me just needs to know.
No wife
it's Sunday 9:30. I'm going to stumble through the door.
Yeah,
I'm going to say hi. I'm going to ask what's for dinner. I'll eat dinner. We'll talk about the game.
But I want
why Tats dropped the sitter. And then we chased Leather because that scored 150. And then
just Leather all day.
And then we walked in there and then we got rolled out for 72. That's why I didn't even say that the game's over early because they would say, come home. I said, hey, I can't come home. I must still go. I have to go debrief because my heart is sore.
We once played Jeppy, and we were rolled out by 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock.
It was us, no?
Yeah.
On the bottom field, no? They pulled. Guys. I have to tell the story. The deck was green. It's full of moisture. We lost the toss. Chose to bowl. They chose to bowl. We were 10 for no loss. We were all out for 70. That game was done at 11:30.
Done. Let's go drink, James.
Sure.
Yeah.
I still got home 9:30. More of the story, I still got home 9:30. But it was painful.
Yeah.
It was very painful.
No, but those are memories.
No,
those
absolutely.
Memories,
and that's what we live for. Today I was just chatting to Cornell, like, yo, mate, I'm like, I haven't seen you, mate. It's like,
forever.
It's like we're gaining weight here. We don't know what we're doing.
Exactly.
Let's get together. Klangi takes him. I was like, yo, soon we must start because it's also a family vibe. Because
it is.
Those are your brothers in arms as well.
Yeah.
I think people forget.
No, we are so close as a family.
Close.
That's why a massive shout out to when we lost Oscar. I think Oscar still remains a pivotal part of us.
Absolutely.
You understand? Yes, it's 6-7 years later, but you still feel the pinch. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, that's Randberg for you.
A very, very solid cricketer who was growing in his game at the time. Great leader. Just unfortunately too soon him lose, but we will carry on.
We do
until we can't.
That's part of the reason why I started my other podcast as well, because that's the time when men were committing suicide quite a lot because mental health and
I actually lost a couple of friends.
You understand?
In that space,
it's not a good trait when you see gents that are not able to speak, because you would see Oscar and Oscar will be smiling and laughing and just all the F, you understand?
You know, guys, I
to hear that, bro.
We were very close, so I think we spoke every day except for Friday. You would not know. Every now and then there would be a text, a sign, but he would be the first person to help you if you were stuck.
Imagine that.
I remember there was a time I was broke, and my car needed a service.
Yeah.
And I was just complaining. I was like, mate, because we had the same car. It's like, mate, I'm broke. It's the middle of the month. My car's busy, coughing and wheezing. And then the Friday's like, where are you? I was like, no, I'm at home. He's like, I'm coming. Wow. He came, he took the car keys. He said, listen, I'll talk to you on Sunday.
Wow.
And then Sunday afternoon, he called me. He's like, I'm at your gate. I'm like, oh, I don't, I'm at your gate. He's like, no, let's go for a spin. Change my spark plugs, change the oil, change everything. He said, mate, here you go.
That's
like,
selfless.
Yeah, and he's like, you know what? You're my brother. It's okay. I've got you. But little do you know that there's something, you know, even though sometimes they speak about it, it doesn't quite clock until you put it. And by then, sometimes it's too late. Yeah. Because he did give us a warning sign the year before.
They always do.
People always I had him on red alert, but I just, because even when it happened, I was with him the night before.
And you sort of just relax, and you're going to die with that guilt. Yeah. Because
we were playing Rudaport the next day. I remember I even said, when I still could bet, I'm not playing unless I'm opening the betting. That is the only reason why. Because then I had to then convince my then girlfriend to let, because I think we had made plans. So I was like, baby,
please.
Oscar asked, can I?
Yeah, can I?
Yes, okay. On one condition, I'm opening the betting. And then, mate, I'll see you tomorrow. Left, came to come coach in the morning. Then I got that awful call.
Man, bro.
And then, like the world stopped. Like because of the warning sign before, I knew that it, you know.
Yeah. Mental health is a big thing. It is a big thing. Especially in us gents, we need to be in a position where it's okay for me to say, yeah, bro, I'm struggling.
Yeah. It happened to me in February. I was in a dark space. I didn't know it till I got out of the dark space. I was actually in a really dark space.
Jeepers.
But sometimes as a guy, because you don't know it, because Indo Daikali,
and that's a crept up. I don't want to swear because we've got kids that are going to listen to this. It's a nonsense statement. Indo Daikali, a man does not cry. That's what's killing us even more. It's okay to cry.
Yeah,
bro.
It's gotten easier with age, but growing up, it's just
because you have to be strong.
It was a sign of weakness.
Yes,
as soon as
you can't be weak. Yes,
you
can't be weak.
You know how it is. Cry baby.
Exactly.
That's it. You're labeled now. You must live with that. But it's the masculinity of it all.
Yeah.
So it's getting better, but sometimes you honestly just don't know you're going through a dark space. Sometimes you think it's fatigue. I'm tired. I'm whatever. I'm cranky, but you're actually going through a bad space.
I was listening to Dineo Ranaka, and she says the opposite of depression is not happiness. And we think that you've got a job, you've got a roof over your head, you've got a car, you've got a job, you've got a salary that's coming in, your life is great. That's not it. So just because I'm not depressed doesn't mean I'm happy. You just don't have the will.
Yeah.
You can't wake up.
Absolutely. That's what people say. It's an effort for me to get out of bed. It's an effort to drag myself to work. It's an effort to smile on people. Which the norm is, capitalism has made the norm that, you got a good house, you got a good car.
Like, why are you complaining?
Why are you complaining? There's people who are starving outside.
Exactly. Like, it's very cold outside and someone is sleeping with boxes on.
And where now?
You've got a roof over your head. You've got
Wi-Fi. Underfloor heating, electric blanket. You're complaining. I can't be.
Yeah.
But it's more to that. But I think happiness is also attached to a lot of physical things. So even going back to cricket, crossing over the boundary line on a Sunday, nothing else matters.
Yeah, we are here to play.
I'm here with my mates.
Yes,
having fun.
I'll check my phone 10 hours later.
Yeah, I will chirp the batsman. Right, I'm at first lip. Tato's bowling. I know what I'm gonna get.
Yes,
some strong away straight with one that ducks in. I'm gonna set the batsman.
I'm gonna wait for that one.
I'm gonna talk to Cornelius Slip and have a go at the batsman and tease someone else on the park.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters for that 7 hours.
Yeah.
Afterwards, have a couple of beers, laugh about those mistakes, go home, breathe, start your week again.
Start again. Yeah,
that's the crux of Sunday for me. It's the only day, Sunday, I wake up early. I hope my boss my boss is not watching this. It's the only day I wake up early. Sunday. I'm on it.
You're
I'm
on it.
running around. I'm
And
getting
they,
dressed.
and they say Sunday. Yeah, like Sunday. Yes, it's a day to rest and all that.
No. Ground. 9:15, we're starting.
You're there.
9:15, we're
You're
there.
there.
Taking the
Yeah.
task. Skip, what are we doing? Great.
Come on, Jens,
we're betting.
let's go.
Good shot.
Good shot.
I'm
Let's
gonna
go.
put, speaker on. We're going to relax now.
Relax a bit.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely everything to me.
Exactly.
So I'm glad that I found something like that. I've done the coaching part. I've coached football, coached rugby, coached cricket. That's also great. Yeah. But now, at this point in time, I'm enjoying my cricket so much.
Good. Let's appeal, before we close off, let's appeal to the players. Then we're going to appeal to the sponsors.
100%.
For someone that is listening to this and they are part of another club, what is Randburg to you? Randburg Cricket Club.
Yeah, please share, because I think we have a lot of camaraderie. We have a lot of great internal battles and external battles, that are humble and great with other clubs, Randburg has always been in the competition, in the fight, even though we haven't had the resources that other clubs do have. And I just feel like there's so much more that we can do there. We have a lot of bright youngsters playing right now, a lot of them, and we want to give them the best possible opportunity while we can also still impart some knowledge and wisdom. So I think that's the key. That's where we want to be. And sponsors, this is a non-profit organ. No one takes 10 rand off the top.
Yeah.
Every cent that comes in the club gets used again. It's for cutting the grass. It's for paying staff, ground staff. It's for rolling the pitch. It's for making sure that the clubhouse is open. Making sure that the B field is fine. All those things. Making sure that we've got practice kit. That our lights are running. That's all that matters. Everything we do here is for the love. So if there are any people who are willing to donate whatever, doesn't matter whether it's 10 rand, 2 rand, a million, 4 million, a cover, a bakkie, a van, a lawnmower, whatever it is, we are willing to accept it because it's only for the betterment of the club. Yeah. And if anything goes wrong, you can always hold the committee accountable for why this hasn't materialized or why, yes, we left a lawnmower here, why is it not working? Yeah. Then they will be at risk to answer as to why, this thing that's arrived is not working. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. The Ashes coming up. Do you think England is going to take this? I want England to get this. Then it becomes 2-2.
Yeah, maybe to make it more interesting, let it go to the final test. I think just as a spectacle because it's been fantastic cricket.
It's been amazing cricket, yeah.
Guys, test cricket is the truth.
It's amazing.
I don't know about the IPL and T10 stuff. But not to bash it, but test cricket is the ultimate pinnacle. And I think these past 3 tests have shown us how good this section of sport can be. Yeah. It's the clash of baseball versus classical cricket.
Yeah, exactly.
And,
but then at the same time, baseball has changed the order.
It has, and I love what it's done, and I loved how it's changed the thought process around captaincy, around hitting the ball, around chasing, around setting scores. But if you just, with cricket, if you hold your line and you hold your patience, you will always succeed. Yeah. If you bowl 6 good balls and another 6 good balls, the batter's going to make an error. Yeah. You've been at the crease before. Something will can leave 20 balls, but something
is going to give.
You're waiting for a half volley, and if you don't get one, you're going to try and make one.
Find it.
You're going to try and make one, and
then
you're gone. And that's it. That's all that matters. Yeah. So
what's your money on?
I think the Aussies to retain it. But I think let's take it to the 5th test.
To the 5th test.
Because I just think the Aussies bowling attack is superior, but they've lost Nathan Lyon.
That's the thing.
But I think their seam attack
is amazing.
It's a superior, and to win a test match, you got to take 20 wickets. You have to. That's the long and short of it. You need to take 20 wickets. You can score as many runs as you want, but if you can't take 20 wickets, I don't think you can. I think England are struggling. They're trying to.
Is it worth it for England to then release the baseball effect and come back to normal cricket?
Let them stay with it, because I think there is merits in what they're trying to do.
There is merits in what
they're trying to do.
And it's not going to work overnight.
And it will backfire. It will backfire, but then they must then learn and adapt from this series going forward if they're going to make it a better.
But the thing is now, with the way Australia is going, if I were England, I would say I'd go back to the drawing board and let's go back to conventional cricket. Or would that mean that you're losing faith in what you've already started or what you're trying to implement? Because 5-6 years later, baseball is going to be the kind of cricket that we're seeing.
And I think if you not change it now, you might lose faith in some of the players. Because some of the players have been looking for that freedom, that pat on the back. So you know what? The reverse scoop was on. You just didn't execute it. It was on. You just didn't execute it. But also, I think what players forget is that you need to earn the right to play the reverse scoop.
That, yes.
You've got to spend time at the crease and see the ball.
You can't go from Bowen. I say Joe Root has been doing it though, and he's been succeeding. But then he ends in his 20s. But that's the thing.
Yeah, I guess he needs to then remember, because he previous to that he was he scored 1,800 runs.
Exactly, insane amount of runs. Yeah.
So you just need to earn the right. As a batter, you need to earn the right to play your favorite shot.
Yeah. Yes, earn the right. Yes. Then lastly, we've got the kid. I saw a clip on News 24, was it Cricket 24, from selling stuff on the streets to scoring 171 on debut. Jeswell. Crazy.
Actually, he was homeless.
Really?
For 2 years. He moved to Mumbai.
Yeah.
I think it was Mumbai for 2 seasons. He's going to leave home. He's going to go give it a chance. And he was staying on the street and working for 2 years.
Gee whiz, bro.
Then he started training. Then he got invited, and then he made the under-19 squad, and then bang, bang, bang.
Jeez. And in the under-19, he banged runs as well. Yeah. And to have a kid that transitioned from under-19 to getting an IPO contract with Rajasthan, I believe, then now, on debut, West Indies is boiling crapper. Anyway, we'll leave that into the next episode. But Absolutely. It's amazing to see a youngster that is banging runs at that high stage.
And I think we just asked the question, how much club cricket and how much other cricket did you play before? That will tell you.
Yeah.
That will tell you the answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Hero, it's been amazing,
It's been great.
It's been amazing. We'll see you next episode. We'll definitely make sure that we're coming back and we're just chatting. Chatting sport, chatting everything. Maybe have a coach here, or maybe have another player and whatnot. Yeah. And if you like this content, surely you're gonna like it.
I'll make some calls. We know some people. Man. Exactly. They will come here and talk to us.
They have to. And the sponsors have to come in and sponsor Randburg Cricket Club. The players, we need more players as well. Yeah. Thank you guys for coming through. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. We'll see you guys on the next episode. From me and Hero, we're out. Cheers.